Neptune is stationing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Neptune is the planet of unclear boundaries. So with it stationing, it's going to be even more unclear, or things that you thought were clear are not turning out to be as clear.
Yeah. It's like you said, it doesn't have those boundaries. It's just kind of almost limitless, and it's dissolving and just very nebulous, it's hard
Ethereal,
to see.
dreamy.
Well, it can be romantic and idealistic, and it's associated with like the silver screen movies and photography and all that sort of thing. So, you know, it's not all negative, and I mean that dreamy kind of blissed out state, certainly. But yeah, there's also the negative, like, you know, deception, lying, or delusion, self-delusion. What am I not seeing? So, but with the planet slowing down, it's going to get really slow, because I mean, it's a slow planet anyway. It takes about 14 years to get through a sign. I'm not sure how many more years it has in Pisces. It's going to station retrograde. Is it on actually the 28th that it's stationing?
Yeah, it'll first start stationing the 27th, because that's a red station, I think. So it's maybe a few days before, maybe like the day before.
Yeah. And it's going to be retrograde for about 5 months. Neptune's retrograde for about 5 months every year. And during that 5-month period, it's only going to move backwards about 3 degrees, back to about 22 degrees. So wherever you have Pisces in your natal chart is an area of your life, the topics associated with that house might have you kind of questioning things. It's like, I thought I believed this, or I thought I knew this, but here comes Neptune, and it's like, really? Do you? You know, just kind of
blur that
whispering
line.
in your ear. And it can do that. And Donna and I were talking about this a little bit earlier. I was looking at this book, Retrograde Planets by Erin Sullivan, and she was saying that it can do that, but I think it really probably needs to be aspecting a natal planet for you to really feel it. I mean, all the planets, like from Jupiter out, are retrograde every year for, you know, usually 4 or 5 months. So this happens, you know, this is half of the time these planets are retrograde. So, and I mean,
yeah, you don't feel them as deeply as you feel when Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah. But then again, you know, Mercury's retrograde 3 times a year for like 3 weeks, and then we add in the extra time for the shadow period. But I mean, Mercury is just kind of like those snafus and that. I think these trans-Saturnian planets, they're kind of like probably deeper, more internal issues. You know, you're not grappling with, oh, you know, the phone has stopped working or my car broke down. It's kind of like, what is the meaning of life? You know, do I really, like, for example, in this chart, Neptune's in the 2nd house, you know, that person might be dealing with, oh, you know, do I own my possessions or do my possessions own me? That sort of thing could be going on. But yeah, unless it's happening over a natal planet, you might not feel it as much. So if you have planets from, say, 20 to about 27 degrees of Pisces, you'll probably be like a little bit confused at this time. But that also applies for those degrees, 20 to 27, if you've got planets there in Neptune in Virgo or Sagittarius or Gemini as well, because they're opposite and square those degrees. Yeah. But, you know, you've got your sextiles and your trines as well. So if you've got planets anywhere from, you know, 20 to 27, you might be feeling this during this time.
For sure. I like that, or wondering if what you actually think is are your possessions aren't necessarily, or do they own you? Yeah, that is really good. Pick up on that
yeah.
one.
You know, and I mean, like, for example, if it was in your 7th house, so if you were, say, a Virgo ascendant, this would be happening in your 7th house, you know, so that can be kind of really, like we were saying, you know, Neptune, it can be idealistic and romantic, and it could be like, oh, you've had this fantastic time with your partner or significant other, but it can also be deception and disillusionment. So, you know, this could be a time where it's like, oh, you know, they're not that great after all, or, you know, or maybe you just might be rethinking things. It's hard to say. But from what I can gather from this book, and to be honest, I've only just skimmed it, it makes you reevaluate, or kind of, it can kind of come along and kind of it makes you unsure of what you were sure of.
Question everything.
Yeah, but not in a kind of come up and shove you and kind of say, hey, like Uranus does, or kind of in a traumatic way like Pluto does, but like kind of like that, you know, like when people kind of like, there's just these whispers, and, you know, it's just kind of like, it's a feeling more than anything, I would imagine, but maybe I'm just getting a bit woo-woo. I've got Mercury in Pisces, so I get like that sometimes, but yeah,
Could be.